Hi guys, Namaste Sober. I just realized that I didn't even mean to, but I actually cut my hair like the girl in the OA. And I'm obsessed with that show for anybody who's watched it. Ugh. Um, so, anyways, just what's been going on with me is something that my journey recently has become in terms to looking for inner peace. Um, Especially with refuge recovery and stuff like that, something that's a big discussion is just within your suffering. And one of my first addictions was codependency, and just realizing that I need like the approval of others. And realizing that now, that's like one of the biggest things that I'm working on is just focusing on needing my own approval above anybody else, and focusing on the importance of that. Because in order for me to let go of these demons, I gotta let go of the past. I have Free Yourself tattooed on my palms. I got it done like years ago. I'll actually, that's the picture of it. And, I'm realizing that in my drinking, because something that I do is I idolize myself, in especially when my alcoholism was like escalating, because I had my own apartment, I had a car payment, I had one or two jobs, I was very, at least feeling like I was more put together then than I am now. But I forget that like I wasn't living in the past. I literally like left it. I remember like leaving it behind me and moving forward in what I wanted in my life, and focused on the things that I wanted. And then it was, of course, when things really plateaued with my alcoholism, because I stopped thinking about that. I started focusing on the past and feeling and thinking that I didn't have responsibility to anybody, and things of that sort. And feeling like I wasn't loved or accepted and this, that, and the other. And of course, like I end up creating a lot of that. And a lot of this comes back to like, you create what you think. And I've been like, I've been meditating a lot more, and I watched The Secret, and I've been putting like more positive things in my mind. And of course, like the minute that I get this stuff and I'm feeling it, I like want to portray it to the world. But I forget like that we're all like this. Like, I'm now realizing that my thinking has been so negative. Like, it's just always been negative, and I don't see how negative I am sometimes. Like, I even like sit in negativity. Like, anytime that someone's been trying to be positive to me, I'm just immediately like, no. And if you think of it like this, it's a lot easier to sit in the weight of things, because you think of yourself having weight, than sitting in the positive, which is above and lighter than like having a feather lift you above, because you're sitting with all this weight. So I'm realizing that I gotta let this stuff go, because I can't change my past. Like, just because like I'm reliving it and sitting in it and wanting to like control that this happened to me, it doesn't make it any less sad or pathetic or whatever I'm feeling about it. Like, it happened, and we all have a past. We all come from one. It's all sad. And that's the other thing. Like, I'm not trying to compare my past to anybody else's and things like that, because I feel like I've endured a lot, and there's a lot of things that I haven't, and I'm very thankful for that I didn't. There's also some things that, I did endure, but I can't discuss them on here because my son does watch some of the programs, and I don't know if his like friends' moms and stuff like that watch it as well. So I don't discuss a lot of this stuff, but it doesn't change anything. Like, I could either make me bitter or make me better, and that's my focus now. I'm really trying to like just let go and be lighter. Like, I'm even feeling like lighter in my chest and my voice, and I'm wanting to cry because of it, because it was a dark place. And I know that like for me, those demons became my best friend, and it's so hard. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be something that's just going to change tomorrow. It's going to take time. But I got comfortable with them, like, even though it was such a negative space and such a negative place, that It really was. It was my comfort zone as like a little girl. And now I'm just like seeing things like the law of attraction is playing into my mind a lot. Believing is achieving, you know, like anything that if I believe that I'm a negative person, I'm a bad person, I'm going to sit in that. And, you know, it's a lot easier, and I've been saying this a lot on Sober Grid and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to choose hate than it is to choose love. Because a lot of times, and that's one of my biggest things is, you know, I still have some hate in my mind and in my heart towards situations and things that have happened in my life. But I put them, like, especially in my meditation, because that's something that's helping for me, is there's a compassion meditation, and I put them in this space where, like, I surround them with love because they need it. Clearly, like, broken and hurt people need love more than anything. Like, and I know that because I was broken and hurt, you know, like, and I need love more than anything, and I scream out for it. And in all of this, like, it's crazy because I can feel like I saw a shaman 2 months ago, and she had said to me that my empathy abilities were going to be coming into play like within like the next 8 months. And I've been feeling and like testing some of it, but then like also doubting myself and feeling like it's not. So the minute I play into doubt, of course, that's like not going to work for me. But yesterday, after like having such a rich and enlightened day, I was going to go to an ACA meeting near me, but it was raining and I don't have my license, and I had to ride my bike. So I thought, okay, you know what, let me go to one on In the Rooms. Make sure that you definitely get into that, because it's like if you have social anxiety, it's one of the best ways to go, because you don't have to, no one has to see you. Your like little icon is just in there. You don't have to be on the webcam. But this one woman shared, so Kylie, if you're listening, and the minute that she even opened up her chat, I just started to cry. It like, with like heart-wrenching, like just I felt for her, and immediately she just said, I just feel like that I'm not loved. Partially I was feeling because I feel where she's coming from, and I feel that feeling, and I understand what she's saying. And then also just like immediately in my mind, it was like, you're looking in the wrong places. And so, you know, if you're listening, Kylie, and I hope that this somehow does get to you, like you're just looking in the wrong places, and I'm telling you it is there, and that you are loved. So sorry about that off topic, but that's just something that's like coming into play for me. And I'm realizing, you know, that I have to embrace the light side of things. Or I'm going, you know, I'm not going to get anywhere, because it's, of course, the dark is much easier. It's your comfort zone. You know, like there's a saying, like, nothing ever changes by thinking that you can stay in your sanity. Like, negative thinking produces negative things. So you know, you're not going to be able to achieve anything by living in your comfort zone. So that's really all I just wanted to share today. You get that, because it's just something that's been like, I felt like I wanted to share, and I hope that it does help. And you know, I challenged a lot of people on Sober Grid. I could tell that some people weren't into it. But really, like, ask yourself, like, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want change? Like, how bad do you want your recovery? How bad do you want certain things? Because, you know, like, I've had a lot of people doubt me in my recovery, and I can totally understand why. I do things out of the norm than most people and stuff like that. But one of the main things that, like, I know that helps keep me in my recovery is because of how bad I want it. And of course, like, my goal is for the year, for me to get to my year. So I know that just for right now, I just know that I so badly want to get to my year. And I know that this is going to be a lifestyle for me. It needs to be a lifestyle for me. But it's also because of how bad I want it. And I also wanted to touch on codependency, because I think that we are a lot more codependent than I think a lot of us, like, I'm just now willing to even admit that I'm codependent. Because that's hard to say a lot of times, because I think when I think of codependency, it's like codependency, the definition to me is that I rely too much on others. But that's not what codependency is. And a codependency is a lot about your past and like healing through that. And you know, and I have to say that that's like what's happening and helping me a lot, is that I'm healing through my codependency and through refuge recovery, which I'm so excited to get more involved in and stuff like that. So that's all I just wanted to share. My cat wanted to show her tail today. But that's all for me, and namaste sober. And I hope you do too.